Let's get into another framework. This came from, something that I'm sure a lot of you have seen in back in the day at school. I actually got to get really immersed in this concept when I was at LinkedIn. I was one of the few people from the HR organization that got to go to an amazing, coveted 5 day like hardcore boot camp. It was called Data Driven University, and it was ran by business strategists within LinkedIn. And LinkedIn, as we all know, is a multi-billion-dollar company, much like Highspring. And but what they did that was really really smart is they ruthlessly prioritized. And so we had to sit there for 4 days and we had to come up with, hey, if LinkedIn wants to build this new line of business, if they want to put their money on LinkedIn Learning or on maybe some new kind of AI talent matching or something, they have to make these big bets. They have to make these big decisions. What is it that we should be investing in? Because we can't invest in it all. We're not going to go and just hire a bunch of new people to come and bring this expertise and bring this market share, along with keeping all those other business lines growing at the same time. It's really hard to do everything. And so if you're one of those organizations where you feel like you're under duress every time you're going to meet with an executive, they're throwing another thing at you. You have to get really good at negotiating and saying, I can take that on if we stop doing this. And that's where I think I had a really big, like, pivotal moment, like an aha moment in my career when I was like, oh my gosh, I was always trying to take on more and work harder and like burn the midnight oil. And I'm at an age now where I'm not like you, Jason. I'm not in my 30s anymore. But like, I don't want to do that, right? I want to actually like have a life. And if I want to do that and I want to protect the sanity of myself and my teams and keep people like less burnt out in my organization, I need to get really good at saying no. Let's give you a scenario. Let's pretend that, this is a real one. Your executives meet with you. It's kind of getting towards the end of Q1, and they're like, hey, surprise. This wasn't on our VT Mom plan this year, but we'd like you to launch a new line of business. We want to pull in some agentic AI and start to make that like a new thing that we offer to our customers. That's one thing that they're asking you to do. Or, and at the same time, we want you guys to be faster with your reporting. So you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, we're going to launch a new line of business. We're also going to invest in maybe some more finance automation, which is going to make my life easier. That's an ask that I'm sure all of you have this year. Or third, we want to avoid any kind of lawsuits and we want to make sure that we're ready for SOX, and we want to make sure that we have all of our AI privacy completely ready for the EU AI Act, where all of our algorithms have been evaluated and for fairness, and we've done our due diligence. So the company is asking you to do all these things and invest in all these things, but you're not going to get more money. You have to do it with the budget you have. So in the chat, I'd love for all of you to kind of talk about, like, out of all of those three things, which one would you stop funding? Which one would you push back and say no? Really think about that. And I think that that's like a really great way that you should start to build that muscle is, every time they ask you to do something, think to yourself, is that worth funding? Does that align to that V2 Mom framework that you've thought about early into your year? And if there is going to be a change, and we all have to pivot, if there's going to be a prioritization change, what are we willing to stop doing? Another fun pulse for all of you, pulse check. In terms of prioritization for you, how would you describe your team's current state? Are you the group that's like just busy, 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 working day in, day and night? Are you the group that's doing the easy stuff because it feels good, it's comfortable? Or are you the group that's like, hey, let's do something big and let's make that our number one. And let's make that something that we're really diving into. And we're making sure that the leaders understand, like, it's going to get us this kind of ROI. And again, it's not really a wrong answer. It's really just an awareness. And I think that that's where a lot of us in that reflection really helps us to think about, like, whether you need to hit the reset button sometimes and have a heart to heart with your team, maybe asking some of those folks on your team, like, how are you feeling burnt out? What do you think we should be doing better? What do you think we should stop doing? They probably have an opinion. And then your job as a leader is to go and represent and advocate for that. Go talk to your sales team, see how they're doing. I know Microsoft, for example, was really struggling to sell their AI for a little bit, their Copilot, although we love it, we use it here. But, I think, again, the cohesiveness across the silos really helps the organization understand that predictable outcome that you as a CFO need to have the narrative on. I love it. Wow, this is a great group. So you guys are really focusing on the high impact and the high effort. So there's some big bets going on in this room, some home runs too. Love that. And for those of you that are like in the low impact, high effort space, that's fine. But maybe think to yourself, is there anything that is worth automating or dropping as a priority so you can spend more time on those big things that the company wants to accomplish in the year and doing that extremely well.